A new study has come out linking the use of hair relaxers to cancer, and I want to tell you right now, I am angry. My name is Josh. I'm an attorney licensed in multiple states, and as always on this channel, I'm not your lawyer. And we're going to get to the bottom of this multi-district litigation.
Could you tell us how dangerous relaxer is?
Sodium hydroxide will burn through your skin.
So that can's got a good purge.
This whole side was burnt off, and that's how the asymmetrical look came in with salt and pepper.
So you saying your hair's addicted to relaxer?
I am on the creamy crack.
Creamy crack.
In October, a new study was published by the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences that revealed that women who routinely use hair relaxer products are nearly 3 times more likely to develop uterine cancer than people who don't. What does it mean using these products? The definition was pretty loose. To be considered a regular user, you only had to use it 4 times in a year. Most women use it much more than that.
People get it way more than 4 times a year. When your new growth comes in, you gotta lay them edges, get that kitchen nice and smooth. So probably once a month, or maybe more than every other month.
Relaxers have contained undisclosed hormone-disrupting chemicals for years, many of which have now been proven to cause cancer and other problems in female reproductive organs like the ovaries and the uterus. Over the last 5 or 6 months since the study came out, multiple women have brought lawsuits against these companies seeking to prove damages for uterine cancer, fibroids, and other injuries. But you don't have to necessarily be diagnosed with cancer to potentially have a claim. The 2 major elements that determine how much of a case you have are how long and how often you used hair relaxer, and the second one is your degree of pain and suffering. So the highest level would be that you got a cancer diagnosis, but there's a whole list of things that happens underneath that, including fibroids and other uterine issues that could still be linked to these products. So if you think you may have been damaged, you should call. So that's who qualifies, but let's talk about the lawsuit itself because it's actually incredibly interesting. There have been so many lawsuits filed so quickly that the federal district decided to do what's called an MDL, multi-district litigation. This is very important. That means that whether you live in Arkansas, Texas, Nevada, New Jersey, it doesn't matter. All the cases, the precedent for it is going to happen in one place, and that's in Illinois. So what happens in this MDL could impact the settlements and the payouts for you, regardless of where you live in the United States. Here at Not Your Lawyer, we have been working with several different law firms, looking at the research and focusing on what we can do to get people the information as fast as possible. One of the things that makes me the most angry is the lack of information about this. I got my hair cut today, and my hairdresser, a black woman in her 60s, did not know that this was happening. She had personally put perms and used hair relaxer on dozens and dozens of clients every week for years. She's at risk, and your mother might be at risk too. This is something that we need to talk about because it goes deeper than just the harm. For years in this country, black women have been told they can't get a job, they can't work at a bank because of their natural hair. This is not just some decision that people made for beauty products. This is something that people did because they felt like they couldn't get a job otherwise. They felt like they wouldn't be accepted by society otherwise. Imagine trying to get a job to pay rent or to put food on the table for your kids, and they tell you have to smoke cigarettes all day to be able to do that. That's the level of disgust that we should have for this lawsuit. That's the level of coverage that we should have for these claims. We played a clip earlier in this video from Good Hair, a 2009 documentary. Almost 14 years ago, Chris Rock was talking about how dangerous these chemicals are. And despite that, in 2012, a series of lawsuits trying to link these chemicals to breast cancer failed. That's why this is so important right now. We have better science, better methodology, and a stronger link that can finally get people the damages that they deserve. Tons of products have already been named. Ones that have already been included are Dark and Lovely, Olive Oil Girls, ORS, Optimum Salon, Soft and Beautiful, Motions by Nature, TCB Naturals, and Just For Me.
Just For Me is the one that's for little girls. It's like little kindergarten, first, second graders on the box.
I'm incredibly angry about it. It's a product that's marketed at kids, at children. If you didn't see the brand you used on that list or you're unsure, just go ahead and call us. The evaluation's always going to be free, and we never charge you, just the company if we win a settlement. The more permanent damage, the bigger the settlement, and finally, the stronger the scientific link, the bigger the settlement. But looking at hundreds of cases that have already settled, we see a range with $300,000 seeming to be about the low end and as high as $2 million being the high end. Remember, those cases at the high end are confirmed cases of cancer, uterine cancer. There's a scientific link, and the damage was severe. Every case matters, regardless of the dollar amount, because it's not just making sure that you're made whole, but it's also dealing with the injustice that has been created by a system of oppression and discrimination and even white supremacy that has kept black women out of positions of power and out of jobs unless they looked a certain way and acted a certain way. Your case and your claim matters, not just for the check that you receive, but for the message that it sends to companies and to legislators that this is not okay. And the fact that there are kids right now that are being given this product means that you need to act more than ever so the next company thinks twice before they release and push a product like this. It matters because we're going to show these companies together that you can't profit off of your customers, that you can't hurt the American people and expect to get rich off of it anymore. At Not Your Lawyer, we're here to help you, breaking down real legal issues and giving you real legal advice. If you want to talk to us about the hair relaxer lawsuit or anything else, just give us a call at the number below or visit us at notyourlawyer.law. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, or check out our other videos. I got one where I'm breaking down street fights, talking about when you can defend yourself and when it's too far, and another one covering evictions that's super interesting. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, I'm not your lawyer.